Hi there, my name is Alwyn, and I will be leading you through about a 55-minute flow class today. When Full Plate reached out to me and asked if I would be willing to get involved in this community effort to provide fitness, wellness, and movement classes, I jumped on the opportunity. So I look forward to moving with you. And what we're going to need today is just a mat, and that's it. So let's go. We're going to begin seated with our legs crossed. As we move through our practice today, if there is any exercise at all that you know you need to modify, take a beat, or just omit altogether, please do so. You know your body and your practice far better than I do, and I trust you to make that decision for your practice. With our legs crossed, our arms are resting inside of our knees. And let's just go ahead and take a long inhale in through the nose, and then a long exhale out. Let's do that again as we take a long inhale in. We feel the warmth of our inhale and the coolness of the exhale. One more time. Long inhale in. And then a longer exhale out. Making sure, one more thing, in terms of your space, that you're able to move your arms out to the side, all the way up and back behind you. So if you need to move some things around in your home studio, now would be a good time to do that. Taking your left hand over towards your right and reaching your left arm all the way up towards the sky. We're going to add rotation as we look back at that left arm moving behind us. Inhale. And then on the exhale, the left arm comes all of the way back and around. A couple more times, lifting the arm all of the way up and back behind us. And then the left arm lifts all of the way up and around. One more time, arm reaches up, over, and behind us, and then up and around. The left hand now reaches over and inside the left leg. The right arm reaches over. Same gesture, opposite side. The right arm comes all of the way up and around. The right arm reaches back up and over. The right side will move 100% differently than the left, and it's not good, bad, or right or wrong. Tuning in and noticing, how does the right side respond to this exercise versus the left? You know, we think about what our patterns of movement are during the day. Do we load everything on one side? Are we left-handed or right-handed? All the way up and back. Right arm reaches up, meets the left hand, and then goes on over to the right. From here, let's go ahead and take our hands to the outside of our legs now. And taking your forefingers and folding them inside to your palms so your thumbs are up. Arms are down by your side, so you're going to take your left arm and really reach your left arm all of the way up towards the sky. All the while taking your right arm and pulling your right arm down. So we've got this opposition energy pulling you up and pulling you down at the same time. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, we switch. And we switch, growing tall through the crown of the head, rooting down through our sits bones. And switch. Yeah. And switch. Let's go one more time. And the arms come back down. Both arms are going to reach up towards the sky. As we create some space from our shoulders and our ears. And then we're going to twist to the right and open our arms out to the side. So the left arm is sort of resting where that left knee is, and the right arm is back behind us. And we turn our head and we look to that right hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, the arms reach back up, and we rotate back to center. We twist to the left, and the arms open out. The arms reach all the way back up, and we rotate back to center one more time each side. Twisting to the right, opening the arms out, and then lifting the arms back up. Rotating back to center, last time twisting to the left, and opening the arms out. Arms reach back up, and return back to center. Opening the arms all of the way down by our sides. And we'll come into a really juicy side stretch. Taking your left leg behind you, so you have a little bit of space between your right foot and your left inner thigh. Fourth position on the mat, or this sort of Z shape in the body. So the right hand is going to be down on the floor in line with your shoulder. Left arm is out towards the side. From here, we're going to take that left arm all of the way up, slide the right arm away, bending the elbow to come down on the mat, and then go ahead and take that big side stretch over. So lengthening one side of the body and shortening the other, taking an inhale. And then exhale, we come back up. Let's try that again. We slide the right arm out, the elbow bends, the left arm comes up, and we take that big reach over the side. And up. And then we'll go one more time. Reaching out, elbow bends, arm comes up, reaching overhead. And up. And we come back. Great. From here, we're going to layer on, and we're going to take that left hip, and let's just rock it forward and rock it back. Still keeping your right hand on the mat. Taking that hip forward, and then taking the hip back. Flossing that hip joint and the femur as we go forward and we go back. And we'll go one more time like this. Rocking forward and back. That left arm reaches back out into your T formation. And now from here, you're going to take that left hip, rock it forward, sweep your left arm up, and lift up and up and up and up and up. Sort of your flash dance moment. And then lower, back down. Yeah. Taking that again. The left arm sweeps, the left hip lifts, the arm reaches up and in line with the ear. It could maybe go more depending on how you're feeling to stretch the arm a little further behind you. And then lower, back down. Your breath will lead you. We go up and back down. Great. And then from here, we'll switch legs. So let's practice transitioning hands-free. Of course, you can use your hands if you need to. So we swap the position of the legs. So now we're in a Z shape here with the left knee in front and the right knee behind us. The left hand is to the mat and in line with the shoulder, and the right arm is out into your T formation. We slide the left arm out, the elbow bends, comes to the mat, And then that arm reaches all the way up and overhead, taking an inhale. And then an exhale. We come back up. 2 more times. Arm slides, elbow comes down, reaching up and overhead. And then coming back up. Last time like this. Arm sweeps, elbow bends, up and over. And the arm lifts and the hand comes back. We'll still keep that left hand on the mat, taking your right hand onto that top of the hip and guiding it forward and guiding it back. And you'll notice, again, how is your range on this side? And forward and back, and just being really curious about your movement. Forgetting about a desired aesthetic, and more really getting in tune and in touch with your breath, your presence in your practice, and the overall freedom of movement. And now from here, we'll take it a step further. So we layer on, we lift the arm, and then we lift that hip. Your arm reaches up overhead. You're extending and opening the front of the hip. And then we lower back down. We spiral up. Breathe. And then lower back down. Spiral up. And back down. And now on this last time, could you reach your arm further behind you and in turn opening more the front of that hip? And maybe it's a yes or maybe it's a no. Breathe. And then coming back to your mat. From here, taking your feet out in front of you, a little wider than hip width distance apart, and your arms are down by your side and they're pretty far away from the body. And we'll just sway the knees and the hips from side to side. Windshield wiper, side to side. For 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll come back to center, sweeping the arms forward. And then from here, we're going to come back onto our mat, sort of in the center of your mat, with your feet hip width distance apart, your arms out in front of you, and then begin to move into a half roll back. So we begin to round down through the low lumbar spine, and we hold, creating space from the shoulders and the ears. Let's take our hands and latch them to the back of our hamstrings with the elbows away from the body. Taking an inhale in, and then on the exhale, draw the chin to the chest, sitting back up and taking the head in between the knees, and then lifting the head all of the way back up. Trying that again. Rounding down through the low spine, moving through low back, chin to chest. And then we roll back up, taking the head in between the knees. And right all the way back up to seated. Last time, half roll back, chin to chest. And roll back up, taking the head in between the knees. And then lifting back tall. Reaching the arms all the way back out in front of you. Again, moving into that half roll back and hold. Again, taking those 4 fingers, folding them into the palms of the hands so you have your opposable thumb. Your thumbs are up. The left arm comes down to the floor as the right arm reaches, taking an inhale. Exhale, switch. and switch. And switch, just like the tremor of truth. I'm shaking as I'm cueing. And then we'll go one more time. It's also like a bajillion degrees in my apartment. Super sweaty. And then from here, lower both arms back down to the mat. Take the hands back to the hamstrings, elbows away from the body, using the strength of your arms. Chin to chest, roll up, taking the head in between the knees. And lifting the head all of the way up. Arms reach back out in front. From here, going back down into your half roll back, and then here, we're going to hold. Slide your right leg all the way long and away from you. Could you go down another inch on the spine? Slide the left leg long and away from you. Could you go down another inch on the spine? So really creating the C curve in your body. From here, drag the right foot back up along the mat. Drag the left foot back up along the mat. Take the hands to the backs of the hamstrings. Chin to chest, roll up, take the head in between the knees, and then seated. Swing the legs to the right, hands to the mat, and then we'll transition onto all fours. With our hands, a couple of options. You can have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, or you can have your hands that palm print away from the shoulders. I find here gives a little less tension on your wrists. Up to you. In terms of where the knees are, they're directly underneath your hips. Moving the spine as we bend the spine and extend the spine. So as you shift your seat back towards your heels, I'd like you to tuck your tail down so you're rounding your spine. And then as you come up, you extend your spine. You send your tail away from you. And then as you come down, you send your tail down and towards you. Coming up, the tail away from you. And then coming in, the tail goes towards you. So flexing and extending the spine. Don't have to be precious about it. You can really take the movement as big or as small or as slow or as fast as you wish. I encourage you to play around with the tempo. What's constant is your breath. One more time. And extend. Beautiful. So from here, I'd like us to now practice taking something away. We're going to lift our right knee and our right foot up off of the mat. So challenging our balance and our stability. From here, draw the chin to the chest as you round your spine. And then release it, and the head comes to the wall in front of you. Same thing, opposite leg. So we push the floor away, pressing evenly into the thumbs and the pinky fingers. And the left knee and the left foot lift. And we round the spine to come into a small shape. And then the foot and the leg extends back down the mat, and the head comes up. Let's try that again. We come in together, right knee, and lower. Push the floor away, and left in, and out. Let's come into now more of a traditional cat cobra. So we're going to move all the ways of the spine. So our lumbar, our cervical, our thoracic, so upper, mid, and lower spine. Rounding the spine, drawing the head in, and here is your cat, pushing the floor away. And then from here, extend your spine into your cobra.
Here's the thing though, in terms of where your head is, let's try to keep the head forward versus flinging the head back. And then again, we'll round the spine, pushing the floor away. And then coming into your cobra. Take your seat all the way back towards your heels to come into child's pose. Reaching your arms all of the way out in front of you. Can you sway your hips a little side to side? And breath in and breath out. We'll neutralize that. And then take the arms all the way over to the right side. Let your head go and feeling the stretch on the left side of the body. And then those arms go all the way over to the left. And we feel the stretch now on the right side of the body. And then the arms come back to center. We lift from the middle of the spine, and then lifting the head and the eyes, and roll back up. From here, swing your legs around. You pick which side. Hands free. Can you find your seat? The legs swing around. And again, scooching to the center of your mat. And then from here, we're going to make our way all of the way down to the mat now. So we move into our half roll back. And now we go all of the way down. The arms reach back behind you. And we lengthen one leg long. And we lengthen the other. Take a moment here. Flex your feet, flex the ankles, and then point your toes. One more time, flex the ankles, and then point your toes. Reaching your arms back up towards the sky, and then down by your sides. Bringing your legs together as if you had that one long leg, and arms are down by your sides. Pressing the backs of your arms down into the mat where you can feel the tone in the back of your arms. The chin is up off of the chest, trying to, as much as you can, to relax your face and your jaw. And then your right leg, I'm going to ask that you lift it just a couple of inches up off of the mat. So it's a relatively small gesture. And then flex your ankle and point your toes. And a couple of more times moving through this footwork as you flex. And point 26 bones in each foot. Tons of metatarsal tissue and tendons. And you think about how many steps a day you take and how that relates over a day, a week, a month, and all the years. And then sort of what do we do to strengthen and mobilize our feet and our ankles? I like to think of feet as like masterpieces of engineering. And then we'll lower that right leg down. And then same thing, left leg. So the left leg lifts a couple of inches. And then we move here through flexion. And as well, plantar flexion. So dorsiflexion and then plantar flexion. So just fancy words for flexing and pointing. And then you start to notice, okay, how does this foot move versus the other? Are you breathing? I know that when I concentrate a lot, I oftentimes forget to breathe. So I have to remind myself. And then one more time. And then we'll lower the left leg down. Beautiful. Drag your right foot up along the mat by pointing the toes and sweeping the foot up. Continue the journey as you take your right leg up into a tabletop, so 90-90. Noticing the stretch of your low back to the mat. And then from here, you're going to thigh drop the right thigh, The right foot comes to the floor, and then extend your right leg out. Same thing, same leg. Drag the foot up along the mat. Lift the right leg up into a tabletop. And then lower down and slide and extend. One more time here. The foot sweeps up along the mat and the leg lifts. The thigh drops, the foot to the floor, and the right leg slides out nice and long. The left foot drags up along the mat. We lift the left leg up into a tabletop. The left thigh drops, foot to the floor, slide out and extend the leg. Bending the knee as the foot slides up along the mat, and then continue to take that leg up into a tabletop and feel the stretch of your low back to the mat. And then the foot drops, the thigh lowers, and the leg slides out. Last time like this. The left foot drags up along the mat, and the leg lifts back up into a tabletop. And then the thigh drops and the foot comes to the floor. And we extend that out nice and long. From here, let's practice layering on and making this a little bit more of a challenge. So we've practiced lifting one leg up and then the other leg up, yeah? And now let's try lifting both legs up at the same time. Let's go ahead and prep ourselves. So taking both knees, bending them for a moment, and then taking one hand on top of the other. It doesn't matter which one. And you're going to create that little pillow right to, you know, like the dimples right at your deep low back? There. So it's not high and it's not right at your bum. It's just sort of that midway point. So placing hand over hand and then lowering all of the way down. Yeah, so you have that little pillow, right? So from here, we're going to extend one leg out and then the opposite leg out. Take an inhale and an exhale. Lift your right leg up just a couple of inches. And then can you lift the left leg to meet it? I know, not easy. And then lower the right leg down and lower the left leg down. One more time, let's try that. Lift the left leg up a couple of inches, followed by the right. And then we lower the left leg down and we lower the right leg down. Shimmy yourselves. You can slide one hand away and then the other hand away. And just notice how that feels. We can try that now without the hands underneath the pillow. If you need to have them there, by all means, go ahead. Pressing the backs of the arms down into the mat. Lift the right leg a couple of inches, and then can you lift the left to meet it? From here, lift your head. Draw your chin to your chest, and lift your arms up where they are in line with your hip joints. So you're looking down at the front of the body. Energy reaching out from your fingers, energy reaching out from your toes. Lower the right leg down, lower the left leg down, lowering your arms and lowering your head. Breath in, breath out. One leg at a time. Lift your head, draw your chin to the chest, lift your arms in line with the bony landmarks of the hips, and pick up your right leg. Lowering everything down at the same time. Lift the head, chin to chest, lift the arms, and lift the left leg. Lower everything down at the same time. Moving now into an exercise called the 100. The purpose is to get your blood pumping, your energy flowing, and it's really a breathing exercise. We're pumping our arms vigorously for 100 times, okay? So you're going to drag your right foot up along the mat and drag the left. We'll do 50 one way, and then the next 50 progress. Your option is to always keep your head down, or if you need more support with your head up, you can always take one hand behind the head. Yeah? Bear in mind, we're strengthening the muscles of the neck. Lifting your right leg up into a tabletop and lifting the left leg up into a tabletop. From here, lifting your arms up in line with your hips, lifting your head and drawing your chin to the chest. So the neck is long and the tops of shoulder blades are up off of the mat. From here, we pump our arms. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. That's 50. Now extend your legs out and up to your 90. Pump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lower your legs down to your 45 degree and pump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lift the legs back up to 90. Super challenge. Reach your arms up and behind your ears and pump your arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bend the knees. Grab a hold of your legs. Pull them in towards your chest and lower your head down. Rock a little side to side. As you rock to the left, turning your head and using your eyes as you go to the left. Then rocking to the right and using your neck and using your head and using your eyes as you go to the right. And then coming back to center. Arms reach back up towards the sky. Taking your right leg to your tabletop and then your left leg to your tabletop. Working here in opposition. Extending your left leg long and away from you and your right arm back behind you. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we move as we come back up. And we switch. So right leg goes long, left arm reaches back behind you. And then we come back to center. One more time each side. Left leg, right arm reaches away. And then we come back. Last time here. Right leg, left arm. Reach, 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 reach. Energy reaching beyond the toes, beyond the fingers. And then we come back to center. From here, lowering your arms down to the mat, pressing the backs of your arms down. Your right leg extends long and away from you at your 45 degree. We're going to move a little quicker here. So as that right leg comes in, the left leg goes long. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. And we go like this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees back up to a tabletop. Drop your heels to your seat and lower your right foot to the floor and lower the left foot to the floor. From here, feet hip-width distance apart, tilt the pelvis into your imprint where you feel that deeper connection of your low back and your back ribs to the mat. From here, we begin to peel ourselves up into our shoulder bridge. So we have extension at the front of the hips. Really think about your feet and pressing your feet down into the mat. Go ahead for some tactile feedback, placing your hands on your bum. Is it actually working? Could you lift a little bit higher? The arms back down to the mat, feeling the tone in the back of the arms. And we begin to bring our knees in together and out. And the knees come in and out. So our clams. In and out. The movement is small. So we're staying within what we call the Pilates box. So that out of our low vision, right, we can see somewhat of our legs. And then out of our periphery, we can see our frame. Maintaining bridge, sending the tail down for 3 and 2 and 1. The knees are back hip width distance apart, and we slowly lower down the upper, the mid, and our low lumbar. Yeah, great. So slide your left leg out nice and long. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers and hug that right leg into the body. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Release the leg and release the arms back behind you. And then same thing opposite. So the left leg comes in, interlace the fingers, hug that guy right into the body. And then release the left leg, the arms go back behind you. So the next exercise is going to be the roll up. So we're rolling ourselves up to a seated position, using the strength of our spine. So flexing your feet, arms reach up towards the sky. Let's do a prep exercise first. So we lift the head up, draw the chin to the chest, begin to lift up and up and up. And then we start to see our knees, and we bend our knees to come in. And then the legs lengthen, and we round our spine, and we go down and down and down. And the arms are back up, and the head is down. Try that again. The head lifts, chin to chest. We roll up. See the knees, bend the knees. The legs come into the body. And the legs extend. We roll back. And then we do one last time like this. Head up, chin to chest. Bend the knees. The legs come in. The legs extend. And we roll back down. You can continue practicing that. Or now let's move into the full expression of the roll up, where our legs stay long. So our arms are up. Flex at your ankles to really use your seat and the backs of your legs. Whole body movement the whole time. The head lifts, chin to chest. We roll up, and then we continue the journey forward, where we have this energy drawing us in, energy taking us back. The neck is long. We roll all of the way down. There are moments where it's a little bit more clunky than the other. Totally normal. Head lifts, chin to chest. Flex the ankles, roll up. Continue forward. And roll back down. It's going really well, and you'd like more of a challenge, keeping your arms up by your ears. Let's try that. Head up, chin to chest, and roll up, and over, and back up. And we roll down, and down, and down. Last time. Up, roll, continue forward,
And then stack the spine and come back up to seated. Yeah, great. All right, so now from here, let's take our legs out as wide as our mat, reaching your arms in line with your ears. Draw the chin to the chest, reach forward, spine stretch forward, and pulse here 3 times. We're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. And then restack the spine all of the way back up. Great. Roll halfway back. And then from here, lift your right leg up, bring it to center, and lower down. Lift the left leg up, bring it to center, and lower down. From here, come all of the way back up, 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 bending the knees, bringing your heels in towards your seat, and rolling forward. Inhale in. Exhale, arms reach back out in front, and we restack the spine. Taking the hands down to the mat, swing yourself back around to hop onto all fours. So here we are back onto 4-point kneeling, and if you can recall when we were on our backs and we were extending our opposite limbs away from us, that same thing is going to show up here. So knees in line with the hips. Hands can be that palm print away from the shoulders or directly underneath the shoulders. You choose what works best. Wherever you are, you're going to push that floor away, pressing evenly into your thumbs and to your pinky fingers, sliding your right leg out long and away from you, and your left arm out in front of you. Take an inhale. On the exhale, lift your limbs. Imagine a wall right at your opposite hip, right at that left hip, so that we're not sort of like dipping or leaning over to the left side. Pushing the floor away. And we're going to pulse up and down. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. From here, your arm and your leg travel to the side, the edges of your mat, and then back to center. And then out to the side of the mat, and back to center. One more time, out to the side of the mat, and then back to center. From here, elbow, knee, and chin in together to make a small shape as you round the spine, and then lengthen and extend. 2 more times, coming in together, round, and extend. 1 more, in together, and back out. Hand and foot to the mat, and slide back in. Here we go, other side. So, left leg, right arm away from you, pushing the floor away, eyes at the front of your mat. Take an inhale. On your exhale, your limbs lift. Energy out from the fingers, energy out from the toes, up from the crown of the head, and we begin to pulse. Imagine that wall on the right hip so that we're not leaning off to the side. For 4 and 3, we go 2 and 1. Arm and leg travel out to just the sides of your mat, and then pull back to center. So the arm and the leg are moving away from the center line of the body, and then right back to center. 1 more time, traveling away from the center line and back. 3 times, we come in, we scoop, we round, we tuck. Can you get more movement of that low back? And then extend away, bigger shape. Coming in, smaller shape, round and scoop, and extend. Last time, coming in together and out together. The hand and the foot down to the mat as we come back in. From here, taking that left arm, big sweep lateral, we go up, and then we're going to thread the needle. So you're going to take that left hand down and underneath and through the right. Can you try to get that left shoulder blade to the ground? Your head also comes to the ground. Your hips are high, you're extended, your spine is extended. And then with that right arm, can you reach it up? Can you take it over your head? Big stretch. And the arm reaches back up, down to the mat. And here we push. At the same time, we pull the left arm and back up. The left hand comes down, same thing, opposite. It's the same thing, but not, right? Because this right side is going to feel different than the left. And then we thread the needle, trying to get that right shoulder down to the floor. Then the head goes down, and then the left arm lifts. And the left arm reaches overhead. Breathe. On your exhale, lift the arm up. Inhale, take the hand down. Exhale, move. Lift the right arm back up. And up. And up. And then we take that hand down to the mat. Okay, so let's now curl the toes and flex the ankles. Okay, we're going to take something away. We're going to take the floor away from our knees, adding weight bearing to really strengthen our bones. Push the floor away and then hover the knees up off of the mat. Can we just move our low back? So we're going to move into really small pelvic curls as we round just the low back and release the low back. And round the low back and release it. So it's not our full cat and full cobra yet. And now we'll try. Here we go, full cat. We round in, and we extend away. We round in and extend away. One more time, round in and extend away. Lowering the knees down, releasing tops of feet, hinging our seat back, reaching our arms out in front of you. Flip your palms, sway side to side, make a fist, let it go. Make a fist, let it go. So it's not static, right? We're not holding the pose, we're moving through it. Last time. Great. And then the palms come down. Roll ourselves back up and slide the hands in. So now we're up to high kneeling. Big stretch here for the hips. So you're going to take a giant step forward with the left foot. Big step. Arms are down by your sides. And just begin to sweep your hips and swing your hips forward and back, and the arms move with you now. Forward and back. And we'll go like this for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back, taking that left leg back, and big step forward with the right. Hinge forward, reach your arms, pull your arms back as you go back. Forward and back as you go forward, really feeling that big stretch in through the front of the left hip, using both glutes to pull back. Last time.
and back. And then we take that right foot back. All right, so now we're going to curl the toes, take our seat back towards our heels, tent the fingers, and lift the knees up off of the mat. And then from here, reach one arm out in front of you, other arm out in front of you. My head might get cut off as we come to standing. Slowly reach up and up and up, and lower your heels down. Lower your arms down. From here, the heels lift, arms reach out in line with the shoulders, bending the knees, coming all of the way down to the mat. Hands down, knees down. Knees up, arms back up to standing. Arms down, heels down. Good. Heels up, arms in line with the shoulders. We bend the knees. So coming down to the ground, hands and knees, and then coming back up to standing, right? A skill that we all need. And lower the heels and lower the arms. Last time. Heels lift, arms reach out in line with the shoulders. We bend the knees. We go down and down and down. Hands down and knees down. Last exercise here. Release tops of feet. We're back on all fours. This time, we're going to extend our right leg long and away from us. And we're going to take our left arm down to the mat. And you're going to take your right leg and you're going to lift it up, swing it out to the side, and lower it down where it's in line with your hip. From here, your right hand is on the mat. So your right elbow is bent and your left is down. Looking over your shoulder, lift the leg. You're going to pulse that leg up and down, and up and down. Woo. And then from here, you're going to swing the leg back behind you, and then back out to the side. Pull back behind you, back out to the side, 2 more times. Back behind you, to the side, last time, back behind you, and then to the side. Now taking that knee, touching the elbow, and extend back out. Knee to elbow, extend away, 1 more time, knee to elbow, and extend away. Lower the leg down, take that right arm, big reach up, inhale. And then exhale, the right hand comes down, leg swings back, knee comes in, roll yourself up, walk the hands in. Great. So I'll just swing myself around so that the opposite leg is facing the camera. Okay. So from here, we extend our left leg long and away from us. And we take our right elbow down to the mat. And our left hand is on the mat. We take that leg out to the side so we can see it again out of our periphery. We look over the left shoulder and we lift the leg up. Little pulses here. Up and down. And up and down. Keep pushing that floor away. Trying to keep the leg in line with the hip. Upward, upward. Try.
Now the leg is going to swing back behind you and then back out to the side. And pull and back. Reaching back and really opening up the front of that hip. Swinging back to the side. A couple more times. By a couple, I mean like 4. Last time like this. Back out to the side. You bend, you touch, and then press away. Bend and extend. You got it. For 4, 3, big move here, 2, and 1. Lowering the leg down to the floor. Let's swing it back out to the side. And then taking that left arm and lift that up. And then the left hand comes back down, swing the leg, find child's pose. Walk your arms all the way over to the left. Feel the stretch on the right side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, the arms go all the way over to the right. Feel the stretch on the left side of the body. And then the arms come back to center. Roll yourself up. From here, make your way down onto your front. Your legs, let's have them hip width distance apart. And make a pillow with your hands for your forehead to lower down. Rock and roll a couple times, side to side. And then from here, we'll neutralize that. And then I'd like you to curl your right toes and lift your right kneecap and really turn on the back of the right leg. So the hamstring and the glute. And then just kind of roll your shoulders a couple times, relaxing your upper traps. And then from here, I'd like you to point your toes as you lift the right leg, but really anchoring both hip bones to the ground. So those are your anchor points. You can feel both hip bones to the mat. And then lowering the right leg down with control. Curl the left toes, lift the left kneecap, really feeling the hamstring and the glute working. And then from here, sweep the foot to point the toes, lift the left leg. Again, keeping both hip joints to the ground. Breathe. And then with control, lower the leg. Curl both. So you're flexing both ankles, lifting both kneecaps, feeling hamstrings working, glutes working, pressing down into the hip bones at the front of the mat, your anchor points. And then from here, point the toes and the legs lift. From here, I'd like both arms, upper spine, and head to lift. Take your eyes to the mat in front of you. From here, lower down together and lift together. And lower down together. So strengthening the curves of the spine, strengthening the back. And lower down. One more time. Here we're going to hold, taking both arms out into a cactus pose or a goddess pose or your goalpost position. And then from here, swim the legs. Swim the legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And then from here, make a diamond shape. Touch the thumbs and the index fingers in front of you, and then pull back to your goalpost position. Out in front of you, thumbs and index fingers touch, and we pull back. One more time, out in front, thumbs and index fingers touch, and we pull back. We lower the legs, we lower the arms, we lower the head, and we come up into a counter stretch to finish. Hands underneath the shoulders, press yourself up, and come in to child's pose. Let's take the knees out a little wider. Feet together, hinge your seat back, walk your arms out in front, and sway side to side, and side to side. And we'll neutralize that. And then again, lift from the middle of the spine, and then lift the head and the eyes. Slide the hands in, roll up, take the hands onto the quads, and then we open up the chest and lift the head up and lift your eyes up. Expand through the front of the body. So you stretch the front, flex the back, and the head comes back to center. The hands come to the mat, lifting your seat up off of your heels, coming down to a seated position, crossing your legs, reaching your arms all of the way up, twisting to the right and opening your arms out, and just notice how that feels now. The arms reach back up. We return the ribs and the torso and the head back to center. We turn to the left, and we open up the arms. The arms reach back up, and we return back to center. Round forward, bow, forward, forward fold. Inhale in. Exhale, roll back up. Low back, middle back, upper back, arms, and head. Arms open. And that concludes our flow class. I'm really sweaty. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out, and I look forward to moving with you again soon. Stay safe, stay well, and thank you again.